This is Mr. Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world? Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
Borrowing the tired format we have seen again and again, Spider-Man Far From Home presents us with an overly intelligent kid trying to cope with being a superhero, as well as being a teen in high school. Though, some of the timing when it comes to his age for him and his friends in the high school doesn't make a ton of sense, even with the blip, but we're just going to forget about that. Unlike Into the Spider-Verse, when it comes to the character of Spider-Man himself, they play it very safe. Though I will say the writing does at least make Spider-Man more relevant and relatable to modern audiences. Different from the stereotypical nerds we see in previous iterations, the movie accepts that social culture within high school has shifted and is more complex. Being a nerd isn't necessarily a negative thing these days, and everyone is socially connected through some form of media, so everyone to a degree is a dork in one way or another. The stereotypical jock is less prevalent in these iterations as well. The classmate who plays the antagonist, if you can call him that, is more comparable to Peter than someone who simply plays football. In fact, it was curious to see the interactions between Peter and his rival for the affections of MJ. I do have a video discussing MJ, so I won't focus on her too much, but I will say that she is one of the better changes of the mythos, at least in my opinion. Check out that video if you want my opinions on her, it's in the top right-hand corner. While some do have issues with a few changes that we see, again MJ being one, I found the mythos of Spider-Man within the movies to be incredibly consistent. If a character was changed, it wasn't at the expense of the others, and the character still keeps their core concepts. The one thing I did enjoy was Peter Parker's arc and who was he to become. In the shadow of Iron Man, it is tough for the teen and the world to realize what they want. Peter Parker wants to be a kid mostly, but part of him does want to strive to be what his friends and the world want him to be. Effectively a Spider-Man who will replace Iron Man. Though ironically we get to see culture in action, and I don't think the writers did this on purpose, but it shows how we react so well. While Iron Man was a hero, no doubt, he wasn't the end-all be-all. I would even say that others did as much or more than he did generally, but that's a video for another time. Unfortunately, I don't feel like Far From Home really expands the universe to any large degree. The movie is more a character piece, and we see Peter dealing with his inner demons. Which is saying something given the movie teases the theory that there are multiple universes. Speaking of the villain, I was pleasantly surprised. Unfortunately, I can't get into it without some spoilers, but it's nice to see someone that can fight the heroes based on their intellect and wits versus being as powerful as they are. The miserable truth is that Far From Home is a great movie with fun teen romance and comedy, great battles, and inner turmoil of Spider-Man being in the shadow of Iron Man, but doesn't add or expand any of the universe. With the exception of one scene, which is a mid-credits roll, there is nothing within this movie that impacts the universe to a degree that can't be missed. It's not critical to the overall lore of the MCU. For someone who loves mythos and lore and stories, there isn't anything here that I can sink my teeth into that I couldn't with other movies. Sure, we see Mysterio, but that would be the only interesting deep dive in one video at best. That said, I wouldn't say you should miss the movie. If you are a Spider-Man fan or just enjoy being in the MCU, then this is definitely for you. If you don't care about Spider-Man or you want something that makes the Marvel Universe more epic, I'd wait for Netflix. Those are my opinions though. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below.